Okay, and you can see we're on an A grade. If we get this and every other question before it correct, we would be on an A grade. So pause the video now and have a go. Right, they love asking this first question. It is. There was one a different year that had a very complicated sum. Oh, sorry, very complicated expression in brackets, and then it was to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is not 0. That's also not going to be 10. Anything to the power of 0 has to be 1. And that's the answer, and that's worth 1 mark. But it's a mark that it's so easy, just need to remember if there's a power of 0, it's going to be 1. Now it says write this number as an ordinary number, so we're going to write this out, so 6.7. Now this is in standard form, and to convert this to an ordinary number, what we need to do is move, and some teachers don't like doing this, but if you move the decimal point in that direction there for that many jumps, it will get you it as an ordinary number. So it's a -5, so if it was a positive we would jump the decimal point this way, but it's negative, so we're going to jump it to the left. So 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, and 5 jumps. So the decimal point is going to end up here. Now, we don't ever start a decimal point without putting a 0 in front of it, and any jump that we've done we need to fill in a 0, so we've got 4 zeros we're filling in there. So the number will be 0.000067. Okay, so 4 zeros between decimal point and the 6, and that's worth 1 mark. Now this final one is they're multiplying two standard form numbers, and the way to do this is pair up the numbers together and the powers of 10 together. So we're going to pair up the 3 times the 9 and the 10 to the power of 7 times the 10 to the power of 6. It's supposed to be a 6 there. Okay, so 3 times 9 is 27. And the rules of indices here is that when you times two numbers with the same bases, you add the powers. So it's 10 to the power of 7 plus 6, which is 13. Now, some people would leave the answer there, but it says give your answer in standard form. Here, give your answer in standard form. It's very dodgy highlighting. Now, this answer is not in standard form because this number here is not a number between 1 and 10. It's above 10, so we need to make that a number between 1 and 10. What you might want to do is make this as an ordinary number. So you do 27. I won't do it fully, but I can show you. 27, put the decimal point where it is, which is always at the end if it's not shown, and do 13 jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 13, and fill in the zeros. And then put the decimal point where it should be, which is between the 2 and the 7 to make it a number between 1 and 10, and count the jumps back. Now you can see here, when you count the jumps back, you're going to jump one more time. So the actual answer will be 2.7 times 10 to the power of 14, because we had to do an extra jump to get that to 2.7. So the answer is 2.7 times 10 to the power of 14. Okay, let's have a look at the mark scheme. So you can see here 1 mark for 1, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. 1 mark for the 4 zeros, 6, 7 for that. And then 2 marks for 2.7 times 10 to the power of 14. You can see here that they know that a lot of people would leave it as 27 times 10 to the power of 13. So you get an extra mark if you remember to put it back into standard form